coming off of a crazy birthday weekend, back doing some videos, and we start off the day with a very hot video to very kind of much talk about something that Sony is doing. And I was hoping for some big news to start this weekend. It looks like we got that news right out of the gate. It's going to be a very interesting topic because Sony is picking up it looks like this, if this is true, Sony is picking up basically some IP and possibly even a studio that which we haven't elaborated much on, but would actually help them tremendously with the PlayStation 5 in the future, because a lot of people were asking them strictly to do this type of thing. And now we see that Sony's out there doing a lot of things that are basically fans asking them to do and things like that, and we continue to see stuff like this happening. And I remember saying, hey, you know what? This kind of stuff can happen time and time again. Be ready for it, expect it to happen. And that's exactly what's happening. So this is really something that honestly continues to surprise people when it really shouldn't, because we're going to be seeing a lot more of this stuff. And I want to get into it because it's going to be a very good video. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be talking about it. So I want to jump in and give my 2 cents on it. So let's get started. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Crap Gamer, and this is Crap Gamer Reviews, your home of gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice a few changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like and possibly even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for spending some of your free time with me today and checking out one of my videos. It means a lot to me. If you guys are new to the channel, please like the video. That's pretty much all I ask. It helps out the channel and helps the videos be seen, and honestly it just makes me feel good and keeps going with the content, so thank you guys very much. Now, with where this is concerned, this is still a rumor right now, but let's go ahead and get into it. PlayStation has, according to this, privately acquired the rights for a very popular Konami IP. This may be the extremely popular franchise's return that Sony was rumored to be announcing in Q4, according to VG News Insider. Obviously, this is going to be something that a lot of people kind of look at with a grain of salt, and I think that's probably smart. But still, where there's smoke, there's fire, and with the new PlayStation Showcase rumored to be happening this month, there have been a number of reports of what could possibly be revealed as a new trailer for Hogwarts Legacy, looking more and more likely at the very least. However, another rumor has been making the rounds recently about PlayStation announcing the return of an extremely popular franchise in Q4 of 2022. This news came from VG News Insider on Twitter, who later said that they would have more information on whether it was first-party or third-party franchise. However, in a new tweet, they revealed that PlayStation have privately acquired the rights to a very popular Konami IP, and it is rumored to be the game that they referred to earlier in the leak. More information has been promised for the next week. For obvious assumption, it is that it's either Silent Hill or Metal Gear Solid. Rumors for remakes and/or games for both franchises have been circulating for a while now, with Sony's name coming up frequently. No formal announcement has been made, even though, so to take this latest reports with a great grain of salt, obviously, because I think it's pretty clear that, we don't really know what's going on for sure yet, but, when there's smoke, there's fire eventually. No formal announcement has ever been made, so obviously, again, just kind of keep your expectations in check, but it's good to speculate a little bit. Also, keep in mind that this is rumored to be the game mentioned in the last week's leak as well, so for all we know, Sony's Revival could be a new Sly Cooper or Infamous game, or it could be an entirely different IP from this purported deal. With regards to Konami, Sony's licensing the company's IP to make a new game makes a lot more sense than outright buying it. We'll need to wait for actual concrete details, so obviously stay tuned. And what video game leaks actually said was PlayStation have privately acquired the rights to a very popular Konami IP. It is rumored to be a game he referred to in an earlier tweet, so yeah, we got to keep this with a grain of salt, but it is interesting to see, how people are going to kind of respond to this, and how people are going to, come out and, make it honestly, whether or not this is going to be something that's going to be legit or whatever. And I think that for now on, clearly this is going to be something that a lot of people are going to be sort of talking about. We'll see how accurate this video game leaks person is. Whether or not it's accurate or not, I think one of these things kind of gets found out pretty quickly when it comes to if it's something that's announced or not. So if we know, if Sony have an event this month here in the next few weeks, and they announce something like Metal Gear Solid remake, or a new Silent Hill that's exclusive, we know that what happened is what happened. But honestly, if Konami aren't doing anything with the IP, I think that it makes sense for Sony to go out there and get them and try to make something from them, because obviously, people want to play these games again. And the fact that, as it stands, we haven't really had been able to play any of these games in so many years. I think that people are begging for it at this particular point. And, obviously, we're going to continue to see stuff like that happen, and I hope that Sony can kind of make it happen. It makes sense for it to happen on PlayStation. I know some people might get a little bit upset by that, but at the same time, I still think that it makes a ton of sense for them to go out there and have these games be exclusive, since a lot of them were exclusive to PlayStation to begin with. But yeah, just very interesting stuff and very cool stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be talking about it, excited about it, and it's still, this is stuff that really, honestly, shouldn't really surprise anybody if it does happen. Obviously, Sony has been making all kinds of deals, whether they bought the IP, whether they bought studios or whoever. I think that it just makes sense that they actually go out and do something like this, because again, we've all been waiting for it. We've all been wanting something like this to happen, and now it looks like it is going to happen. And so I think that's a very exciting thing, and it's a very exciting time for PlayStation gamers, just gamers in general. We're seeing all this kind of stuff happen. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Microsoft go out there and make some purchases and things like that. They're going to do it. Sony's going to do it. They're all going to do that, and it makes a ton of sense for that to happen, because at the end of the day, listen, these companies are in these content wars. They're trying to see content fight against each other, put it against each other. They're trying to prove who has the most content and get people to spend money with them. So yeah, it makes a ton of sense, and it's just going to be something that I think we should pay attention to and make sure that everybody kind of looks at and says, hey, you know what, this is kind of surprising, but not surprising at the same time. So what I would just love to see another Silent Hill or another Metal Gear. Think about this, right? At the very least, Metal Gear Solid 4 has been tied to the PlayStation 3 for how many years now? We never got a new version of that. We never got an update. We never got anything. I would love for Sony to actually own it, because then we would actually get some games out of there. It's not that I want them to keep it off of Xbox. It's that I would just love to see more games in the franchise. Same thing with Silent Hill. Same thing with a lot of these games that are out. We just want to see them kind of be able to come out with new games, and for everybody to be excited again by these franchises. So yeah, I hope to see that. That's why I hope that this kind of stuff is real. I'm sure you guys will probably agree with at least that aspect of it. It's not like a Sony versus Microsoft thing. It's really just more of a hey, this is something that I would love to see again, and it's probably only going to happen if somebody buys them. So I will link the article. You guys can check it out. Let me know what you think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe, rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, crap gamer out.